Lexy Show, Fashion That Gives a Damn. This week I am joined by a sustainable fashion designer and upcycling advocate. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Indira Viswanathan. How are you doing? Well, you shared that you first got into sewing during high school and went on to study fashion. What initially drew you into making your own clothes?
Well, I first started sewing in high school in year 11. I like picked it as one of my subjects, and it was like the only subject that I actually liked in school. And I just kind of continued doing that after school. Like I guess it was lockdown, COVID, and then I wanted to move to Melbourne. Like right after lockdown, I wanted to move to Melbourne to study more fashion, but then it just kept going into like snap lockdowns. And I was just like, okay, well, stuck in this tiny apartment with my sewing machine. So, but I loved it. So it was great.
Yeah,
um, and yeah, so I just kept it on like after school, just kept doing it.
that's amazing.
And yeah,
Yeah, I like also attempted, I guess, to pick up sewing during lockdown and
yeah.
can't say that I took it and did anything successful with it.
Right. I
Barely,
mean,
barely even mastered making my own clothes, and then
right. I mean,
like
it's
I'm
fun.
fine if they're not perfect because I'm wearing them, but I definitely don't think
Totally.
anybody else should be wearing these.
Right. I mean, it always starts out like that. You gotta, push through the hard parts for
Yeah,
sure. A
should
lot of patience.
should
It
probably
really takes a
practice
lot of
it
patience.
more so I can get better. But right now, I just have
Yeah.
sewing skills, and I'm okay with that.
No, it's such a fun little hobby to pick up,
Yeah,
like especially for COVID. It's a good time killer, that's for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
So Thrift Flip Thursday has become one of your most recognizable series. Can you kind of talk us through how you approach a thrifted piece and reimagine it into something new?
Yeah, well, I feel like it started out just like I loved going thrifting, and then a lot of things wouldn't fit a lot of the time. So we'd just do a quick alteration, and then it would like fully change how it fits and make it such a great piece. And then also another thing, I would find so many pieces that like the fabric, I just loved the fabric, but like the garment itself is kind of meh, like whatever. And then yeah, I would literally just cut it up and like approach it as if it's just flat fabric that I can do
Yeah.
anything with. But I kind of like go at it two different ways. I've got either I will like think of a design that I want to do and then go to the fabric store and find a fabric that I think would match that or work well with that design. Or I will just go to the fabric thrift store. Did I say fabric store before? I meant thrift store if I did.
Yeah.
Um, I'll just go to the thrift store and then get inspiration from there, like find something that I could see has potential. I don't even look at the garment itself. It's really just looking at the fabric. And then because you cut it up so that you have flat fabric to work with, I think that's where people are like, whoa, because like usually a thrift flip, they expect it to kind of look a little bit similar to the garment that it once was, like a bit altered,
Mhm.
but it's like really just do something completely new and different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's super interesting. Yeah. I think it's like even just the bit about like, buying something that you like that's not necessarily your size and learning how to be able to
Mm,
make it something that's your size.
totally.
I think is like so important because I really think that like when you have a piece that like you look so good in and you're confident in it, that's like something that you're going to be keeping forever, and that's
Absolutely. Yeah.
probably more sustainable. Um,
100%.
and I feel like that's not something like we practice quite as much nowadays, where it's like
Right.
making sure something's really tailored to you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I say as I'm wearing like literally the most like oversized t-shirt, no tailoring.
Staple. It's a staple. You gotta have it.
We have to have multiple things, okay, guys? We have
Exactly.
range. But yeah, I think that's like really interesting, and that's something that I've been doing a lot is like taking things to a tailor because it's just like when
Mhm.
I love a piece, like I'm going to be wearing that all the time. I'm going to be keeping it in my closet.
Yes.
And if I'm also taking the time to like either take it to someone else to get tailored or learn how to tailor it myself. It's like I feel like I like care more about it and then I'm like
Yes.
more
Exactly. That's so
wanting.
true. Yeah.
So I
I
think
know
that
it's so easy
is
to,
so important.
yeah. Like I feel like if something doesn't fit just right, like it's so easy to just kind of let it slide and then never
Yeah,
wear it. It's like it can change the game if you just like get it
truly.
a little bit altered and then yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like I feel like I used to do that a lot like in the beginning of my thrifting sustainability journey. Like I would do
Mm.
a similar thing to you where I'd be like, okay, I like the fabric, but I don't like the piece. So I'm gonna try
Hmm.
to upcycle it. That was not my calling, I don't think. I think I just have very thin patience. And so
Yeah,
I want the piece to be done. I'm
100%.
like,
It's
this is what
like,
I have in
yeah,
my brain, and this is the concept that I want. And then I'm like, I look at it and I'm sewing it, and I'm like, why isn't it done all yet already? Like
yeah,
I need it to be done.
yeah.
I
No,
did
I
it with
can
a
feel
few
that big
pieces,
time.
but then I started like thrifting so many things that I was like, oh, like this would be cute if it was just a little tighter. This would be
Hmm.
cute if I just cut this bit or I just sewed this bit. And then I had like an entire wardrobe full of pieces that I didn't end up like actually doing anything with.
Yeah, see, that's another thing.
Yeah.
It's so easy to go and be like, oh yeah, I have so many plans for this, and then you just never get around to it. And then it's like,
Yeah.
well, now what am I doing with
Now
all
what am I
this stuff?
doing with it? So I think it's like
Yeah.
it's just such a talent to I think like be able to upcycle something and there in so many ways where it's like the creativity behind it where you have to think of the piece and how you want to change it and then also
Hmm.
like be able to do that. So
Yeah.
basically, big round of applause to you. I think that it's such a cool talent to be able to just like look at a piece and be like, I'm gonna turn this into this.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, it's so fun. It's like a little playground. You can just go crazy with
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Well, so I
Yeah.
think that with sustainability, there are so many different fashion myths, and I think one of the biggest one is like sustainable fashion always has to be expensive. But I feel like
Hmm.
when it comes to upcycling and it comes to thrifting, like this is something in your work
Totally.
shows it can be like stylish, personal, and affordable. So how do you think that we can kind of push that message further about break this misconception?
Well, I mean, yeah, thrifting can be so cheap in general. Like you can, and if you are upcycling and stuff, then you can really have anything you want for like a $3 purchase or something. Like you can make it so affordable. And yeah, I actually find, I mean, if you are like into sewing and stuff, going to the thrift store, even to buy like fabric is so good. Like they have sections with like sheets and curtains or whatever. It's just like so much fabric and it's so cheap.
Mm.
And like even that's way cheaper than going to a fabric store. And it's upcycling, it's reusing, so that's great. I think where like people find it expensive is shopping small brands, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, that's where, yeah, the struggle is. But yeah, there's so many ways around it. And you can also find brands that do sell affordable, sustainable clothes, I think.
Yeah.
And like reasonably affordable. And then it's like depends on the way you look at it, where it's like if you're spending, it's not even like you're spending heaps more. If you're spending just like a little bit more on something, you're gonna have that for so much longer and actually think more about your purchase. So then you'll probably end up wearing it more because you've thought more about how much you're gonna get out of it.
Hmm.
So it's just like a more of a thoughtful, in the long run, it's better.
Yeah, no, completely. I really think it's just like a mindset shift where it's like,
Totally.
yes, sustainable fashion can be expensive. I'm not saying there's no world in which it's not. It's often,
Yes.
yes, very expensive, but I think that's when you're going to, a sustainable company, like you're saying, and like where they're making sure the fabric that they're using is not straight polyester, like
Mhm.
it's like an organic fabric or it's good, it's better for the planet and uses less water, uses less energy, and then on top of that, they're paying their garment workers and like, it's a piece that you're gonna want to keep forever. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
yeah, a one I always use this example, but I'm like a $80 white t-shirt is something that yes, that seems silly because it's just like a basic white t-shirt, but when you invest in like a really good white t-shirt, that's something that you're gonna keep forever. And yes, if you spent more money on it, like you're gonna want to keep it for longer. You're gonna want to take care of it because it's gonna be like, well, I bought this for $80, so I don't want it to just go to waste,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Versus like the like oh, let me go on like Shein and like get this
Yeah.
not even $2 white
Yeah.
t-shirt and it's made
Yeah.
of horrible fabrics and nobody in the supply chain's working in safe circumstances and nobody's getting paid correctly and
Totally.
then you're gonna wear it once, you're gonna wash it, it's gonna release a billion microplastics into our
Yeah,
water
yeah,
stream, and then you're gonna pull it out of the washer and dryer, and it's gonna be completely ruined and like
yeah.
decomposed. And so I think it's like when it comes to the sustainable, like expensive aspect of things, like yes, there are things out there that are going to be more expensive when it's sustainable. But there's so many things out there as well that we might not even realize are us being sustainable. Like thrifting, you know, is just like it's a great store to get secondhand pieces that other people don't want and that you can
Mhm,
get for cheap. And it's like
mhm.
the initial mission of thrift stores wasn't necessarily the sustainability aspect of it, it was the
Yeah.
accessibility and the affordability
Mhm,
aspect of it. And so then it's like, well, now that we're talking more and more about sustainability, it's also sustainable.
mhm.
It's keeping things out of landfills and things like that. Um,
Yeah.
Even like renting, borrowing from friends,
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
things to the tailor, taking your shoes to a cobbler, like all of those things are not buying anything at all. Like all of
Yeah,
these things
right.
all of these things are sustainable and they're cheaper. Um,
Yes.
and so I think it really just depends.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. And I always like try to I always go by the price per wear rule. I feel
Hmm.
like that's a good way to kind of mentally see how it can be beneficial. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have something for years. You're gonna wear that so many times, and then basically it's free.
Basically,
It's
I didn't
basically
even
free.
spend money on it.
Literally.
That's how I feel. I'm like, my friend and I are going to Coachella and we bought tickets like this a few months ago or whatever, and we were like, or last month, or I don't even know when. And we were like, bro, when it becomes April, basically we paid for that so long ago that the
Oh
concert
my
was
God,
free.
yes.
I was like,
100%.
I love that like that girl math became such a trend or
Oh,
whatever on TikTok because I was like, that's
it's
genuinely
so
how I
real. Yeah.
think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It like feels crazy to make a purchase like that now, but then yeah, when the time comes, it feels amazing. It's
I
like great,
see
I can
it
go
as
to
the
this now.
same way of seeing like the price per wear, where it's like, okay, if I
Mhm.
bought this at $5 and I've worn it freaking 70 times, like I literally barely spent anything on it. Um,
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, oh, a festival is like a ton of concerts. So basically,
Totally. Wait, that's good.
if I paid this much for it, then but it's I'm going to like 40 concerts.
It's
It
so true. It's actually such a bargain.
it was cheap. It was
That's so
definitely not
good.
cheap. My like I'm clutching my pearls, but but anyways, I do think that's like such a great way. I wish everyone would like kind of track that more. A
Mm,
friend who has
yeah.
a spreadsheet. It's like she takes photos of every single thing in her closet and then she gives it different names and stuff. She takes a
Oh,
photo in all of them and then she marks like where she got it, what the brand is, if she got it at a thrift store, and then what the brand is or whatever.
oh,
And then what she paid for it. And then she takes a photo every single day of every single thing she wears in her closet. So like if she wears like four outfits in a day, one to go to the gym, one to go to the grocery store,
mm,
one to lay around in her apartment, and one to go get dinner, she'll
mhm.
take a photo of all of her outfits. And then at the end of like every week, every month, whatever, she'll like track it. And then
Oh my
it's a great
God.
spreadsheet. It's on
That
her.
is like to the next level. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, bro,
Wow.
I like freaking downloaded the spreadsheet and I was
No,
like,
I want to see that.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
I think I
wow.
downloaded it like a year ago. I haven't done it yet, but one day I'm gonna get
It
to
does
it.
sound like a lot of effort.
Yeah. But it is, I really feel like it's really interesting because it like gives you a good understanding of like truly like, oh, I have this many pieces in my closet and I out of the 365 days of the year, I wore green twice.
Mm,
So maybe next time I go
that
thrifting
is,
or whatever,
yeah.
like not to go for a green thing because I don't know, I wear green a lot. I don't know why that was the color I chose, but um
No, that's it's like journaling for your clothes. You're reflecting what
right?
works.
And it's
Yeah.
so interesting because it tells you what you should and shouldn't buy based on like your other, I guess, wearing habits.
Yeah.
And then you can also track like how many clothes you brought in per year. So if you like upcycled however many pieces this year, you can like keep track
Mm.
of it. It's really interesting. It is definitely like something you have to stick with.
Yeah,
I think that's my
commitment,
goal
but
in the new year is like
uh,
going to track my closet, my wardrobe.
yes, it's a nice little thing to do, like part of your, coming down like night routine. Just
Yeah.
in your spreadsheet
My little
for the
spreadsheet.
day.
And it's
Yeah.
like fun because it's like my spreadsheet about my clothes. It's like my virtual wardrobe.
No, that's actually so great. I feel like I actually need that because I every time I go thrifting, I always buy like a skirt or something, and I'm just not a skirt girl, and I just can't get that through my head.
I
I
I
want to
love
be
a
so
skirt,
bad.
but I like the other day, me and my friend were having this exact conversation because both her and I were like wearing skirts or something, and then both her and I both changed into pants, and we were like, it just wasn't our calling.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do love a skirt though. I just think I have to be in
I
the mood.
love the idea of a skirt. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So on the topic of conversation of thrifting, for someone who's like new to thrifting or to upcycling, what's like
Mhm.
a simple step that you'd suggest in order to make it kind of less intimidating? Because I feel like when you walk into a thrift store as a
Mhm.
first-time thrifter or you're in front of a sewing machine for the first time, like
Mhm.
I feel like it can be like daunting. You don't know where to start. So what was your process or maybe if you have any things that in your process you were like, I wish someone told me this earlier.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think starting out, the best thing is just doing like minor alterations because it can be so satisfying and it's so simple. Like getting a tank top or something that's a bit loose and big, and then you literally just like take in the sides
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll feel like you've accomplished something amazing and it looks
Yeah.
so good. And I think just, yeah, trying to keep it simple when starting out. And
Mm-hmm.
like even trying to find if I always want to find like a baggy jean or like big like jorts or something, but the waist will never fit because they're usually made for men. And then yeah, just learning how to like take in the sides and then it just changes the complete fit. And then, just keeping it really simple. And then yeah, slowly you'll start to get more adventurous with it, I think, as time goes on and you get used to, the basics like that. And I guess it can be really intimidating walking into a thrift store because they're so big and there's so much. And it's like, I feel like I start picking out things that I'm like, I probably wouldn't actually wear this.
Yeah.
I'm like
Right.
hypnotized. But if you go in with a bit of a clear mindset of what the plan is, it can make it a lot quicker and easier. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
think that is great advice. I think
yeah. I
that's a good
mean,
way
yeah,
of, feeling confident in your skills at first by like doing
Mhm.
those small alterations.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I say this when it comes to like sustainability too, where I'm like, become a expert at, the thing you're most interested in. So if your thing is
Mhm.
fashion,
Mm.
become really good at or learn and switch your shopping habits and become an expert at how you can be more sustainable in that. And then once you
Mhm.
feel like really confident that you're pretty knowledgeable about sustainability in the fashion industry and your shopping habits and all that jazz, then maybe move on to the next thing you're interested in. Maybe that's like
Yeah,
baking or
right.
home decor or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Composting, I don't know.
yeah, it could be anything.
Could be anything, but that was like my journey was like I was like first learned how harmful pretty much everything I was doing originally was like so bad.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, like let's go to Forever 21 every other day of the week. And I was like, okay, looking back, like that was real bad. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like it's yeah, you don't see it, so it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
exactly.
Yeah, until you like watch a documentary or something, and you're like, oh
You're like,
shit,
oh wait, wait,
yeah,
what? No one
yeah,
informed me of this earlier?
totally, yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. That's like the fashion industry's always been marketed as like, you're in a horrible mood, let's go do retail therapy or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Black Friday. And where are you now? Are you still in,
I'm
are you,
in Sydney.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I'm basically not America. So I was like Black Friday in America. I don't know if you've ever seen those
Right.
videos, but like it
I
used
think
to be
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, I feel like I've people are going crazy in the stores,
Yeah,
like,
it was
or
like
yeah,
ridiculous. Like it was like people would like line up outside of stores and wait for them to open at like 12 in the morning and then like tackle each other and like people would go to frickin' hospital over these Black Friday sales. And
no
so
way.
it was like ridiculous.
Oh my God.
It's not quite like that anymore, I would say,
It's
because so much
online as well.
it shifted
Yeah.
during the pandemic and like it became a lot of online stuff. Plus, like
Mhm.
I feel like stores now do like the month of November sales rather than like back in the day it was like you can only get these sales today.
Very like exclusive.
But yeah, it was like that was like the fashion industry like I was seeing. Like I was like, oh, like trends and
Yeah.
pushing people over to get Black Friday sales and like whatever. And
Oh,
then I like learned the truth and I was like, you're telling me it accounts for how much carbon emissions and
you're
it
right. Yeah,
harms
yeah.
many people and it has the clothes I'm buying have formaldehyde on them. So
Mm,
that's what you're telling
yeah.
me?
I know it's yeah,
So
pretty crazy.
pretty
Yeah, I
crazy.
don't think it's I haven't seen that kind of Black Friday situation in Australia, but I definitely like, especially online, I think it's a bit like it can definitely be crazy. There's always crazy sales. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of like impulse purchases,
Oh yeah, big time.
but it's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. I'm fine.
What
Everything's
do you
fine.
learn?
Well, do you have, on a better note, on a happier note, do you have like a favorite thrift flip that you've ever done?
I think so. One of my favorites is like I had this scarf that I turned into a dress, and I'm still like I love that one because I loved how the dress turned out first of all, and it was like not planned at all. A lot of the method flips actually are kind of I'm figuring it out as I go, or I'll start off with a design idea and then it'll be completely different by the end of it. Like you just have to go with the flow with these kind of things, like wherever the wind blows you. But yeah, I did one where it was like a green scarf and it was kind of stretchy, and I made it into like a strapless midi dress with like little detailings around the top. It was like a little flower, and I hadn't kind of really done like making little flowers and drapey things with
Mhm.
like tiny bits of fabric before, and I really got into that and enjoyed doing that. I feel like that was one that was the most like I was the happiest with the result.
Mhm.
But there's another one that I think took a lot of people by surprise. They were not expecting at all, which is where I got like a big nighty, very like old granny looking nighty, which is a great thing to flip because there's so much fabric to use. So
Yeah.
the more fabric, it's like, let's go. And I like flip that into like a long skirt and a little like little top. I don't even know how to explain it. Just like a little triangle bikini top thing, like a little two-piece set.
Yeah.
And yeah, people were not expecting that one because it was like an old granny 90s. Like you just wouldn't think.
Well, but I think that's so perfect because it's like making, I was gonna say the ugliest things, not to be rude. Like I'm sure
No,
the
but it is. No, it's
like I'm sure the granny dress was great on its own, or like
no,
but like
it's
turning, just seeing potential and like being
yeah.
able to turn things that are already out there into new things is just like again such an amazing skill set, but such a great way of promoting the sustainability aspect of things
Oh
where it's like there is so much shit out there, dude, and like
my God.
half of it,
There's
not
so much.
this,
There's so much. Yeah.
like
No. And
it's
it's great because then
beautiful.
you can do it kind of like exactly what you want, you know? It's
Yeah.
like you don't have to go out and search for something you're looking for. You can do whatever and exactly what you want.
Having
That's so
created
great. Yeah, I love that.
when you're creating content and you're talking about these, sewing skills and upcycling, how do you think you kind of like balance this like aspect of keeping things fun and lighthearted and also really inspiring and teaching people and talking about maybe the sustainability aspect of things?
Well, yeah, I think that thrift flips really are a great way to kind of show
Hmm.
like the fun side of it. It's all pretty fun. I like like I do love, yeah. I love it all. But yeah, it can just show how creative you can get with it and how like the options are endless. And yeah, I don't know, you can just like kind of have fun with it. And yeah, there's so many like going to the thrift store and finding a fabric that you think is cool. And like you just have to looking past the fact that it's an ugly garment, like you know.
Potential, I promise.
Maybe someone out there likes it, but you know. Yeah, it's honestly it's so fun. It's so much funner than like just shopping fast fashion or whatever already exists. And like I feel like a lot of people have to it needs to be in front of them what they need to be sold something that's like directly in front of them to know what they want.
Yeah,
And which it is kind of true. It's hard to just think of something that you want and then go and do it. Like that is
yeah,
kind of difficult. But once you get into that, it opens up a whole new world and you're like, damn, you
yeah,
really can be doing this. And it is so much more sustainable. And yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think like that's what like I'll do often where I'm like, I don't know, I feel like with sustainability sometimes it can seem like really preachy and then that
mhm.
ends up turning people off. It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like no one really wants to be like preached at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, and being like, oh, like you shouldn't shop from this site. That's a horrible thing to do. Like, I don't know, like
Mhm.
none of that's gonna really encourage someone and like really shift their mindset. So I feel
Yeah.
like what I'll do is like I'll do my little like, oh, here's my outfit of the day. And by the way, did you know that all of these things are sustainable? Like all in their own way. And then I'll get comments being like, oh, I didn't even think, or someone will talk to me IRL
Hmm.
and comment, but like they'll be like, I didn't even think about the fact that like that was more sustainable. And I'm like,
Right.
I know, because that's the thing is like sustainability in the fashion industry has only really been talked about like in these past, five-ish. Like sustainability 15 years ago in the fashion industry was like not something that was really heard of, I feel like. Or at least if it was like a very small, specific group of like people fighting for this. Um,
Yeah.
and then nowadays it's like, you know, I feel like honestly, half of our generation is probably like thrift, 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 upcycle, 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 sustainability, sustainability.
Yeah.
The other half is like, here's my $500 Shein haul. And I'm like, ugh.
Totally.
Um,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but I think it's like so cool to show people that it's like, look at this thing that you can buy that was hand sewn. And it's like,
Mm.
that's even more sustainable because someone's, like taking the time to really make sure this garment is going to be like, well, all clothes are handmade. I would like that to be known.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the
Right.
record,
It's true.
on
It's
the
true.
record, because so many
Yeah,
people
yeah.
I think that clothes are made by machines and they're not. And so
No.
I'm like, please, everyone remember someone somewhere is making your clothes. It's just a matter of like when you buy from, a small business and like you have a clothing brand as well. And it's like, it's you, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
sewing
Yes.
this,
Yes.
assuming, sewing these
It
things
is.
though.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so it's like, that like, when you send a piece out, you want it to be, a high quality thing that someone's going to receive and enjoy and wear. And so it's just like, there's just such a difference between like that
Mm.
when it's being hand sewn and it's people working in a factory, working for a fast fashion company, being like
Hmm.
yelled at to create this many pieces by this time, getting paid nothing for it and stuff.
I
And so
can't
it's
believe
just
it.
like, I think it's just yeah, being able to show people like these different ways of sustainability, um,
Mhm.
but in a like kind of nonchalant way where it's like, oh, my outfit,
Yeah.
you think it's cute? Thanks. I'm gonna hit you with the it's thrifted.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Nice.
I made it myself. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Those are the best pieces. They always are the thrifted ones. And then everyone's like, oh, damn it, I can't go buy it. It's like,
Exactly.
you gotta get
I
in
feel
those thrift
so
stores.
bad too, because like every time that will happen, I'll be like, I hate to do this.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. I
Yeah,
like hate to do it, but then I also love to do it because I'm like, it's
totally.
thrifted, isn't that so cool? But then I'm
Yeah,
also like,
it's sorry.
like sorry, you can click the tag, like
Yeah, yeah.
you can take
Exactly.
a picture of it, reverse image search it, go for it,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Do
whatever,
whatever you
whatever
need to
helps.
do.
So
Yeah.
you live in Australia, but you've also spent some time in Paris. Have you noticed maybe any, because like I've never been to Australia, would love to go. But like what's like the, like thrifting, upcycling, sustainability kind of culture there? And then also have you noticed it if it's different in other places, like when you went and spent time in Paris?
Yeah, I feel like in Paris, the thrifting culture is actually pretty big. Like I was having the time of my life in Paris. The thrift stores were so fun. And there were some places where it was truly so cheap. Like there was one place that it was kind of like a hole in the wall place. Like the name was just like a bunch of letters. Like it looked like someone just went like that on a keyboard, like
Wow.
so
I
random.
know
And
what
it
you're
was,
talking about.
you know the one?
Like, wait, yes, and there's like a
It's like
bathtub
X,
in
Y.
there, and it's like a
Yes.
yes.
Yes, I love that place. It is like dirt cheap
Yeah,
and so much stuff. It is like you got to dig,
yeah,
but hey, that's such a fun activity. I love doing that.
me
Get put your
too.
headphones on and just lock in. Like, but it's like, yeah, everything is €2. And then if you buy four things, the fifth one's free. So it's like
The best,
amazing.
the best.
And that's for everything, like jeans, jackets, like the biggest, like everything is €2. It's actually insane.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that place. I have
oh,
no idea what
wait, so
that
have you
game
been?
is.
Have you been
I've
to
been to
Paris?
Paris. I've never
Oh,
been to. I really want to go to Australia. It's on my list.
yes,
On
definitely
my
do.
like, I think it's like number one top place I would like to travel to.
Ooh. You have to come during summer. It's the best. So
Okay,
good.
cool. I'll mark it on my calendar. Big
Yes.
plans next year. I'm
Yes.
going to Australia.
Amazing. Yeah, the thrift stores here. I actually do love them as well. I mean, it's always like the same chains, like Salvos, Vinnie's. They're like the main big thrift stores, and they're just like all over Australia. Like there's a bunch of them.
Hmm.
Um, and but like love them. They're the best. I always find such good stuff there. And yeah, especially now, like I live in Newtown, so it's so easy to go around and thrift whenever I want. There's so many thrift stores around here. And yeah, I it's definitely like a part of a little routine for me. Even if I don't buy anything, just go and have a little browse. Why not?
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there's like a peace that like washes over me when I'm in a thrift store. Where other people see chaos, I see happiness. And I'm like, so I was like, I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, so sometimes I just go and I like, oh God, there's that line. Have you ever seen the movie Almost Famous with Kate Hudson? It's like about this. They're called it's about this band. This guy like follows this band, and he is writing a story on them, and he's like a literal like kid, I don't know. He's like in high school, and he's like following this band, and there's this very iconic, well-known character, Penny Lane, and she's played by Kate Hudson, the actress, and she there's this one line where she's like, I'm definitely gonna like mess it up, but
That's all
it's
right.
something about like, and when you're feeling lonely, like go to the record store and hang out with your friends. And I'm
Right.
like, see, like, yes, but like a thrift store.
Yeah. Yes, yes, absolutely. It's like therapy.
Literally, no, literally, like that's I'm like, I like touch all the clothes. I'm like,
Oh,
there's like, I like go to a thrift store. I'm like, I'll just take a look, and then like 3 hours go by, and I'm like, oh wait,
no,
all of a sudden
100%.
it's 7 o'clock.
Oh my God. Absolutely. It's so good. You can really get lost in a thrift store.
For sure, for
Oh, this
sure.
new one just opened up near me actually, and it's huge. It's called Savers, and it's like
Yes, oh, we have favorites.
stories.
The
Oh
best.
yeah. Oh my God, it's the best. And they had like they've got so many good boots as well, which is like
I love.
really fun. Yeah.
I feel like my thing. I was also just talking about this where I was like, because my friend is pregnant and she was like, did you know that your feet grow when you're pregnant? And I was like, no.
Hey.
And she was like, yeah, literally, like your feet don't, you hit an age, your feet don't grow. You're that age, you're that size for like the rest of your life. And, or if you get pregnant, not all the time, not every time. But she
Oh,
was like,
interesting.
she said that her friend had gone from like a 7 to a 9 in shoes and that they like,
That's a
they
big
don't,
jump.
they don't shrink after. Like they just, like, your feet just grow. And so I was like, literally, if that, not that I'm planning on being pregnant literally anytime soon, but in like maybe 10 years' time,
But yeah,
if
good to
I am
know.
pregnant and all of a sudden all of my shoes don't fit, my boots, I would
Brutal.
probably like have to host a funeral for them. Like I would be so
Oh,
sad.
that is really sad. Oh my God.
I cannot
Good
believe.
to know. Don't go shoe shopping before you get pregnant.
Yeah, definitely not, apparently. Things
Oh,
you learn when your friends are pregnant. I was like, oh God, this is so scary. Um, but
oh, it's
yeah, I love
oh
Savers. Savers is a good one.
my God, Savers is so fun. It's the best. Yeah.
Well, tell me about you also. So you have a clothing brand as well. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started that in lockdown in Melbourne. I was just like making bikinis, and then I started just going to market stores in Newcastle, which is where I'm from, and a bit in Sydney as well. And then I just kind of kept going from there. But then I did take like a bit of a break when I went to Paris in between. I went to like go study business, fashion in business, like a little at an international fashion school there. And then so I couldn't really be doing much there. I was still sewing. I still had like a sewing setup there, which was really awesome. I was still doing thrift flips. I was still doing all that. And then I came back to Australia and I've like continued that. Now I have a shop in Newtown and I've got like my sewing studio in the back of the shop. I've got all the clothes at the front. So I just sit there all day sewing. It's great because I can like get my work done and still be in the shop if like people come
Yeah,
in and stuff. So it's really great. And yeah, so that's just what I'm doing now is like every day I go to the shop, sew all day. And yeah, it's awesome.
amazing. That is
Yeah,
so cool.
it's
Congrats. That's
really
so
fun. Thank
cool.
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's and I've been like documenting the whole journey of like setting up the shop, especially mainly that era on TikTok. And I feel like that was actually circling back to your question before. That's a great way. That was a great way to kind of show people like because if they can see the journey behind something they build, you can like really build a personal connection to the brand and like the whole behind the scenes and stuff. And it's a great way for people to see. And then it makes you want to shop more, like smaller brands, you feel more connected. So yeah, I feel like that's a great way for people to show people how a small brand works and like how sustainability plays a part in that and opens them up to that more as well.
Hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
really
completely.
fun
I
time.
think like that's something that like just in general, I say this a lot because I'll run social accounts for other brands and stuff, and I'll always be like, bro, behind the scenes content, like everyone
Oh,
needs set up. Like
yeah.
they like to see that because it feels like I feel like insider knowledge where you're like learning about a brand and you're seeing something that even though yes, it's online and everyone else is seeing it too, but like you
Right.
you feel
Yeah.
like you're getting like
No, for sure.
inside knowledge like.
Yeah. No, 100%. Exactly.
And I feel like showing again, like I feel like a lot of people don't know that clothes are always handmade by someone somewhere. And so like
Mhm.
showing the process of what it takes to make a garment is like
Yeah.
so important. And I feel
It's
like
like,
it gives it like explains or like hopefully makes people care more about the fact that like you should take care of your pieces because they're
mhm,
actively being sewn by someone.
for sure. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like exposure it's showing because like yeah, you don't see the behind the scenes of huge brands. Like
Yeah.
that's all kept very private. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's really nice. Even when people come into the store and I'm sitting there like sewing, they're always like, oh my God, like it's all made here. I'm like, they're
Like
like, that's
literally here, like literally right here.
yeah. Like
I
the
sew it
logo
and
on
then
the
hear me
ends.
out. I put it on the floor for you guys to buy.
Exactly how it goes.
Yeah, but that's so cool. And I feel like again, it's like what a cool story too if you buy the item and then you're like, I literally saw her sewing them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. And I feel like it just
Really
really
cool.
would make me, it would, I'm saying this, but I'm biased because like I care about the sustainability aspect of everything. But it really, I
Mhm.
feel like would make me and most people hopefully be like, I saw her hand make this. Like I am now going to go and take care of this and like keep it
Yes.
forever and
Totally.
find new ways to wear it and so on and so forth. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. We wrap up, I always like to ask people. I know we talked a little bit about tips of like how to get into upcycling and stuff like that, but I always ask what are top tips for someone you would give to someone who's just starting their journey to become more sustainable?
Become more sustainable. I think learning the basics of sewing can really
Yeah.
help. It doesn't mean like it doesn't have to be something that takes up heaps of time or something crazy. It doesn't have to be your full-time job. Like you can really just learn how to work a sewing machine. And then just to have that little skill in your back pocket is such a good thing to whip out whenever, you want to do a little thrift or like find some good basics that you want for cheap. Like if you don't want to spend like $50 on like a tank top or something, but you want to approach it in a sustainable way. Yeah, learn the basics of sewing. Just go to the thrift store, buy whatever you find, and then you can just fix it up real quick, and then you got the perfect tank for
No,
like five
yeah,
bucks. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Or even just like I feel like those like minor things where it's like, oh shit, I got a hole in my shirt. Like, what am I supposed to do about that
Mhm.
now? And it's like, well, you have been
Yeah.
basic sewing skills, so now you can repair it on your by
Yes.
yourself. And like, oh, like I like these pants, but I need them to be literally an inch shorter. Like now you have a skill to be able to do so. And again,
Yeah.
it's like I think it's just like I don't know, we have so much of this mindset now where it's like, oh, like there's a hole, I'm gonna throw it out and just buy a new one because I bought it for so cheap. But like
Right.
learning those skills really encourages us to extend these, life cycles of these garments, and that's so
Mhm.
important. And that's again just part of sustainability. And I'm like, I feel like that was something that when I was growing up and in school, like we would take like a home ec class and we would like learn how to hand sew a pillow.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even know if that's still a class that people take in America
Um,
nowadays. Like, I don't even know if that's still something. To be fair, I don't know how I would like get this information. I guess I could ask
yeah.
the middle school I went to if they still offer those classes. Um,
Yeah.
and so maybe I'm just like, oh, they do still do them, and I'm just like not obviously actively in middle school anymore, so I just don't talk about it. Um, but I just even that though, I just feel like we like really have not been talking enough about like getting things repaired, going to a seamstress, going to a cobbler, learning how to sew a frickin' button back on. Like,
Mhm.
I just don't think we talk about these things. And I'm like, these are such basic things that like my grandma
Yeah.
taught me how to sew, how to use a sewing machine.
Yeah.
And that's a skill that even though I am nowhere near the ability of making something actually look good, it's good enough that it's good for me to wear it.
Yes, and that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
All I care about. I'm not gonna gift this to anybody after. And definitely no one should pay for my pieces that I'm sewing. But they should pay for yours.
Literally.
I know. I'm talking to someone right now who can sew and is selling cute clothes. So there you go.
You
But
have
yeah, I so
it.
agree. And I think that's such a great tip because really it's like it's such an easy basic like thing that like once you know how to do it, it really
Mhm.
changes things. Like
Yeah. I feel like it should be on the same level as like of a life skill as like cooking.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally.
Yeah, it can be really easy
Yeah.
once you, yeah.
Well, awesome. Where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram. My username is just Indira Viswanathan. My TikTok is in Doodle. Made the username a long time ago.
Love
Can't
it.
change it. And I've been posting even on YouTube actually. It's just Indira Viswanathan as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, everyone check her out. While you're at it, you can follow me on my While you're at it, you can follow me on my socials, my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are all my name at Lexy Silverstein. That's Lexy, silver like the color, Stein. And remember to make the ordinary extraordinary.